Look at that. 2 o'clock on the dot. 2 o'clock. Boom. Thank you. Welcome everybody to live stream number 76. Well, let's see who will be joining. Such a dork. Don't say anything, Nicole.
Well, I wasn't listening.
Oh, it feels so good to be here. Who we got? What's up? Limelight #1 in the chat, at least on my end. I don't know if mine's like, you know, in the same order as yours. Let's see who we got here. We got Lyle is here. Hey, Lyle. Angus McNaughton. Hello. Bonnie says on time. You know, not only, Bonnie, was I on time today, but I was actually on time today. So the stream, I started it at 1:59, finished getting everything set up quick, boom, live at 2 p.m. Eastern time on the button. Hey, Steven, how are you, buddy? Radios is here. You get to see your 620 picks. That is correct. We have a fun lineup. I have a lot to go through today, guys. This is going to be a fun one. Well, hopefully they're all fun. Somebody, is Sprocket here? Let's see. Hey, Eric. Eric is here. Barry is here. Hello, my friend. We'll let people pile in. I don't know what people got going on today. I live about 2 miles from the Daytona International Speedway, and it's the Daytona 500 today. And it's starting right now. So I don't know if other people are watching that, but that's what's happening here. In fact, you can even hear the cars going around the track from my house if you listen. The jets just flew over my house. All right, who we got? Angus, yes. Hey, Jack, how are you, buddy? If you got a radio that gets ham on LSB, the 7200 kilohertz band is crazy. I do not have a radio, but you know I did. Here's the funny thing, old radios. I found not a ham radio, but one of those what are they called? It gets all kinds of bands, multi-band radio. I found one in the middle of this. I know it sounds funny. Years ago, when I was a little guy, in the middle of the road, and I used it for a long time. Somebody had just fell out of their car or something, but it got everything. It had, you know, it was the radio that had the you had to turn, and then you had the yellow, the orange line that would go across, and there was like 10 different things it could land on. Limelight said should have my photos ready by next stream. 18 shots down, 2 to go before I process it. Good job. Hey, Jeffrey's here. Howdy. You're a little late. That's okay. You know what? I was right on time. I'm just proud of that fact. 2 o'clock. You could see me at 2 o'clock. In the evening. Yeah, I don't have a ham radio anymore. It was fun, though. Yeah, Lyle. Bonnie got my IMO yesterday. That's awesome. I don't know if Travis is going to be here today, but he has an IMO. He brought it to my house once. They're really, really cool. Oh, Steven, you'll catch the last few laps. It's on my TV in the living room right now. We don't get cable. We cut cable years ago. So we just have internet with all the stuff. You know, Hulu and Netflix and Prime and all that. But I have an antenna that I made. It is so wonky in there. It's so wonky. But we kind of hang it on the lamppost. Oh, we don't watch, you know, like that kind of TV, network TV very often. But you got to hang it and then run the coax cable. And it comes in crystal 4K clear. Snow, rain, and snow here today. So lots of snow. It's extremely windy here. And they started the race a half hour early today because it's supposed to rain. It's been really kind of yucky here the last few days. Happy Sunday, Matthew. How are you, buddy? Angus says Shazam. The Jets flew over. Wait, whoa, where's Angus? The Jets flew over because you started right at 2 p.m. That's right. That's exactly why they flew over. Shortwave. Shortwave. Yes, that's right, Steven. It was cool. It was this radio. It looked like a boombox. I don't know, Radio Shack. I don't know the brand. It was years ago. And it was really cool. But I ended up getting rid of it. I don't know what happened to it, honestly. Hey, Jim Cahill's here. Hello from Arizona. It's 65 degrees here in Mesa. It's actually right now cloudy and 80 degrees here in Port Orange. You are on time, Travis. I was on time. Travis is here. Travis Bonnie just got in the mail yesterday an IMO. By the way, it also came with 7 rolls of undeveloped 35mm film. And I think it might even be nitrate film. Yeesh. Be careful with that stuff. Really old film. And it's flammable. Only thing I don't get are CBers. But you can get scanners for that, right? Radios. I got a multiband radio that gets hams. Maybe multiband shortwave. I think Steven's onto it. Yeah. Speaking of Steven, who do we got up? Not Steven. We have Tri-X, medium format, right? These are just sample ones. These were mine. Today we are showing old radios. He had 620 film, and I processed that. Radios, I will tell you, it's a little rough. I don't know what camera you used. I know it was the Kodak Tourist or the Brownie Hawkeye. Maybe you could fill this in because I can make a note. But you do have photos. And the beauty of this, I had a conversation with somebody about, I think it was Steven, about this very subject at New Wave Film. It's not about how good your pictures came out. It's about the fact that you're participating and having fun with it. The beauty of it is there will probably, I mean, in the technical sense, there will be one photo or group of photos that may be technically better than the others. And there will be one group of photos that's probably technically the worst. And I mean, you know, I guess in terms of focus and all that. But none of that's relevant when we do these fun projects. The only thing that's relevant with these projects is that you shoot your film and we show it and it was fun. That is the only, because we all know this whole thing is, it's so subjective anyway. I've developed a lot of movie film, and I've had a lot of people that have said, and I tell people up front, when I process and scan your film, it's going to have sort of a more grunge look. I hang my film to dry, and it gets covered in dust and dirt and hair. I can't get that off of there. It gets embedded in the... And a lot of people say, well, that's what the look I'm going for. Well, if that's the look you're going for, then, you know, I could help you. If it's not, then I'm not your guy, but everybody has their own taste. Anyway, I could go on forever about that. So don't worry about how your film looks. Did you have fun with it? That's really all that matters. Jeffrey Feingold is here. You were late. Better late than never. Radio says, I got money for an IMO, but I'm getting a 1902 Columbia AJ graphophone when I get my tax return. Nice. Nice. You made that commitment first. You're not backing out. Jeffrey, I brought my 120 film to the lab last week. It's now almost a week and a half, so hopefully you hear from them soon. Send them an email. You know who we're missing? And I haven't gotten down to the bottom, but I haven't seen Mike yet. Old Flying O. It's 8 degrees there. Wow. I have a couple of shortwave radios, fun to listen to. Yeah, I might look into that again. I don't know what model she got, Travis. Bonnie, what model IMO did you get? You're having a heat wave. It's 10 degrees. You can get decent little shortwave radios now for real cheap, like $15. I got one. Do they sound good, though, Steven? Jeffrey Feingold says I got given a Russian shortwave radio for my 18th birthday. I was probably between 13 and 15 years old when I found this radio in the middle of the road. We lived in a very rural area when I was growing up, in way west Ormond Beach, Florida, and rural roads. And I was on my bike, and they're right smack in the middle of the road. I think the antenna maybe was broken, but I kind of soldered it back together and it worked great. Oh, there you are, Mike. Fashionably late. It'll pick a CB band up also, Jim Cahill says. Good. That's good to know. Excitement-ish. High to see what other shot. I got 2 rolls. Oh, 2 shots left. With the Reflecta 2, Lyle. Yeah, and so we're showing radios. We're also going to show Angus McNaughton's film today. So that will be exciting. And I got a couple other things I want to show you guys too. Yes, Jeffrey, get your popcorn. Oh, that's good news, radios. It works. The Kodak Tourist is what you used. All right, good. That's good to know. I'm going to circle that because I didn't know which one you used. So it has a couple issues maybe, but the film didn't help. The film that I sent you, I don't remember the expiration because radios use 620 film. And I know it expired, I don't know, what year, I can't remember. It was old. Preach the fact. That's right. It's all about what you like. You know? I mean, seriously, guys, don't... I'm no Ansel Adams, but I try. Yeah, me too. We all do. The fact that we use some old stuff and we get images, that's all that really matters, right? It is magic, Angus. We're using film, 40, 50-year-old film with 50 to 80-year-old cameras, you know? I mean, we're getting images, period. And we're not letting this film go to waste. Thank you again, Gordon Webster. There is no... to Apple, wait, there is no to Apple putting words in my mouth. Whoa. Oh, I'm way behind, guys, sorry. It was fun, it was like a mission. I was on a mission from Mike. I'm glad it wasn't worse, though. There are worse missions I could send you on. It's expired in 1969, so come on, guys. I mean, if it expired in 69, that means it was probably manufactured in 67, maybe early 68. So that's 55, 56-year-old film. 58 or 57 years old, maybe. Hey, Mike Rook is here. Evening, folks. 8 minutes late. And the scheme of old film in this channel is nanoseconds. That is right. Hey, Super Cine 100 is Aki. Hello, my friend. Whoo! So I see results. I tell myself it's just for fun. Yeah, Limelight. Snow, cold, and extremely overcast weather has prolonged my shooting of the... That's all right. No worries. We got a lot going on here, Mike. Don't worry about it. I want to show you guys something in 1 second. Speaking of 120 film. I'm very happy with processing and scanning you did. Oh, thank you, Jim. You know, I do the best that I can with the tools that I have to work with. It works for me, but it doesn't work for some people, obviously. We had some couple of whiny little bees in the comments on Facebook, Jim and I, a month or so ago. That's all right. It's not for everyone. I just found I own a Falcon miniature Bakelite 127 film camera. We got to get you some 127 film then, Jeffrey. 16 degrees. Wow. Still cloudy and 80 degrees here right now. Sangen and Grundig are the best shortwave brands. Sangen and Grundig. I think they sound pretty good, Mike. You can hook a long wire to it and run it up the pole. Whatever. And yeah, they're not too bad. Yeah, yeah, I might look into that now, Steven. You got me wondering now. I don't know. I've been buying a few things lately. I got to maybe calm down a little. My wife is so giving, you know. Oh, yeah, get it if you want it. But, you know, I got to... I'm going to show you. This came in the mail today. You guys know that brand, Neewer. It's sort of the budget filmmaking brand. Digital stuff. I'm trying to up my game a little bit, and you guys, maybe you don't know, but I use this, I've shown it several times. I use this microphone, and I have for 4 years now, and still currently, and you see it sort of gets to be a tangled mess. But I use this lapel mic, and it's got like this 10-foot cord, and I usually do all my videos right here, so I just clip on. It sounds great. It's a Boya microphone, and I really like it actually. In fact, I bought a second one that has two coming out because my oldest daughter Katerina and I have done a couple of shows together, and we both plugged in. But I want to start. I want to do some member videos, but I want to do some videos outside of here. So I want a little more free range. In the house, I think this is going to still work fine if I'm still right here. But so I looked online, did some review shopping and whatnot, and this Neewer brand, I have some of their products. One of the lights I'm using here, and the light overhead, and my monopod. This is the Neewer. I'm not doing a review or anything. I just want to show you guys quick. I haven't even opened the box. It came about an hour ago. These are a set of two wireless microphones, and they were inexpensive. I mean, I guess depending on how much money you have, but relatively inexpensive. We don't have a lot of money, but they were like $89 on sale. I got them on Amazon. They're upside down. But I'll open these up in a few minutes and we'll take a quick peek at them. But I watched some reviews and they sounded really good for what they are. Spider turret, and you just shoot 24 and 32 frames per second. Does that sound familiar to you, Travis? I'm meeting up with Travis tomorrow morning, Tobin's Photo and Videos, and we're meeting another film lover girl at a coffee shop tomorrow in downtown Daytona Beach. So we're going to meet up tomorrow morning and have a chat with her and see what she's about. She's a film student, I believe, somewhere in Orlando. Seems like a nice girl, and hopefully have a good time. Maybe walk around and film a little bit downtown. My Filmo is a 70A and works. Nothing wrong with that. That's an oldie, though. I have a 70A. Actually, I think mine's just called a Cinemachinery or something. I don't even think it's a 70A. I don't think it's operator error radios. You'll see the photos in a few minutes. But an image is definitely an image. I'm just happy to see images, honestly. Yeah, is that camera you used, is the Tourist from 1926? No, is it that old? 170 degree shutter, Bonnie. Hey, Sprocket's here. Hello. That's hi and hello. You said hello. I don't know where I'm going with it. Sprocket, did you get your film? I think you told me you already did. You're the only one on my list that I don't have checked off. Sprocket's in Ireland, so I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 98.73265% sure that he got it. Angus says 54 degrees Fahrenheit and off and on rain here in Ellicott City, Maryland. You use a Tescan? What's a Tescan? Is that a, you don't mean Tascam, you mean Tescan shortwave? Hey, Gorilla's here. Hey, love the color clapsticks. LOL. I got a set like that too. Wait, what color clapsticks? Do you mean these? Do you mean the clapper that I use? This thing? I'm not sure which. But good to see you, nonetheless. Yeah, Neewer does make, I call it Neewer. It looks like that's how you pronounce it. They do make good stuff. I mean, I think they've gotten way better over the years. Yeah, it was upside down, I know. 120 camera, came out batteries in it, and it works. It's an aim and shoot Olympus. Wait, sorry, Jim. What is the best black and white 35mm film? Try that, I like FP5, Ilford, Jim. It's a fast film. It's 400 ISO film, so it's pretty good anywhere, just for general use. Ilford makes really good black and white film, but if you want to go budget, I mean, FOMA. Probably my favorite black and white is like FOMA, the Creative 100, and their 200 speed films. Really, really fun black and white film. 2 Celsius, 35 degrees and fog here in my part of the UK. Looking forward to warmer weather. Need to get and do some filming and photography. Yes. Bring your Bolex. I might. That's not a bad idea. Jim, I like cheap Kentmere or FOMA. Try. Yes, Kentmere. I shot a lot of Kentmere because it was so cheap when I was starting out, or should I say, getting back into film photography again about 10 years ago. I shot so much Kentmere. -9 Celsius. Wow. Thing is, somebody's gonna have fun. Barry got a Neewer portable video light, runs on the Sony camera battery for about 3 hours. Yes, that's what this is. I don't know if you guys can't see this, but kind of, you know, this light here, it actually runs on those 2 batteries here on the back. I just don't have them plugged in, but I use this just to give a little bit of backlight, you know. I did a review on those lights a while back. My Kodak vest pocket is loaded with the 127 film, but the weather says no. That's okay. I just want to make sure you got it, Sprocket. All right, I'm checking you off the list. Good. All right, so guys, I'm gonna miss a couple of. Hey, Joseph is here. How are you, sir? From Phoenix, Arizona. The film was one I shot the 16mm on. I used a 1953 Kodak Duaflex 2, and since I shot the Tri-X, I've adjusted the lens, and now it's as sharp as an old tack. Yeah, but your pictures actually came out pretty good. A little soft, but you told me about that. We were getting things worked out. When I shoot a 16mm. Daytona is now under yellow for rain, so much for starting. I know. I mean, they should have started at 9 o'clock this morning. I hold that Filmo at times with the Sony Handycam and walk around while it's running, and oh, it's pan too fast. That's the biggest mistake I see a lot of people, especially new people, when they're working with film, is you can't pan fast with film. 18-24 frames per second, you're just inviting problems. I can bulk roll a roll of Filma 100 for less than 2. Yeah, definitely. And Filma is fantastic film. Please don't forget to hit the like button, folks. Thank you, Mike. Yes. Thanks, Mike and Flying for the suggestions. Funny, I have a bulk loader full, half full, 3/4 full. I know it's been in there so long, I don't use it anymore. A Filma. I think it's Filma 100. And I should have loaded a photo up to show you, but it's got a factory defect. About a third of the way down the top, all along the entire roll of film, there's a horizontal line, like a funky, weak line. I tried 3 or 4 different cameras, different days, different times, it's messed up. So it's good for practice. That's about all I use that roll for now. Okay, guys, here's what I want to do. I actually sent you a picture of the film and the camera when it arrived. You seem about as Did you? I'm sorry, Sprocket. I get a lot of emails. I do my very best to get back as soon as I can to people. And then there's people that message me on Instagram and on Facebook and email. I have 2 or 3 different emails. And I do my best to get back to everybody. But there may be times where I miss it once or twice. So I bought a new camera. My wife said I could, so I did. But it has issues. I wish Russell was in the chat, but he is not. So I bought this. This is a Bronica. Is it ETRS? ETRS-I. Medium format camera with a 120 back. I've been wanting a halfway decent medium format camera for a while. It is, Bonnie, a Bronica. It's a beautiful camera. It's actually in really good condition. The lens looks new. The body looks, I'd go above average. It has a few little nicks and scratches on it. It functions, I mean, everything. It won't fire with the back on, but sounds amazing. But I may be sending it back unless somebody has a really good idea why this is happening. I did shoot a roll of film with it, test roll, Tri-X from 1987 that we already did. I haven't processed it. You get 15 images on a standard 120 roll with this, right? Don't know if you guys can see that or not. Can you guys see that? Starts right here. There's image 1. See it? Skip 1, 2. There's image 2. Skip 1. There's image 3, 4, and 5. The rest from image 5, I don't know if you guys can see that, blank. I only took about 8 or 9 pictures. So I'm going to show you what's happening. So I put the shutter, I'm going to slow the shutter down. We'll do half a second. And we're going to put it on f5.6 so you can see it. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see into the lens or not. Right there, maybe. Not wind it? Oh, I got to wind it. It won't shoot. You see that? It just closes. Now, if I barely wiggle the lens a little, you see that? Did you see the shutter, the aperture open for its half a second and close? Sometimes, see it? You guys can see it in there, but I'm trying to hold it at an angle, but watch. When I wiggle the lens, now, I know what you're thinking. Clean the contacts, do this and that. I've done everything that I possibly can figure out how to do. Now, these lenses are different than a standard lenses. They have the leaf shutter inside, and the shutter is fired electronically, not mechanically, I'm pretty sure. I don't know a lot about this. Sprocket, I'm with you. I have a funny feeling that it's in the lens. I have a funny feeling that it's in the lens. That it probably has been sitting so long. I've done a lot of research and reading. Some people have similar problems and said that the grease will dry up in there and cause some sticking issues. I've cleaned these contacts 3 or 4 times by different means. Simple microfiber cloths, rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip. I've cleaned these contacts 3 or 4 times. I even scraped them a little bit just in case there was any buildup on them. Did the same in here very carefully. Cleaned all of the contacts. I took a little screwdriver. I tightened all the screws. They were all pretty tight. I cleaned a little, there's a little pin on the side that apparently is what triggers the release of the aperture right here on the side. I've blown air into there and I've cleaned that out as good as I could. Nothing. I can't get it to... Sometimes, as you saw, it will open and close properly. But I'd say 75% of the time, maybe 80%, it just doesn't do it. It won't. Aperture blade sticking, not electronic, I'm guessing. But they're not really sticking, Mike. They're not. The aperture blades are not sticking at all. If the leaf shutter is sticking, you need to take it apart to fix it. But yeah, I'm a little nervous about it though. I thought before I send it back, I got it on eBay. I know, Bonnie, I'm not going to send it to a shop. Before I send it back, I'm considering buying another lens. From the research that I personally have done, a lot of times it's the lens that's causing the issue. My biggest fear is if I buy another lens for 150 bucks and it's not that, now I'm stuck with, you know, a camera and 2 lenses and nothing that works. You know, my wife, she's so kind. She's like, well, don't send it back. If nothing else, it looks pretty and you could put it on the shelf. It's a $400 paperweight. I don't want to do that, so still didn't do anything. So watch. When I wiggle it, it fires. So anyway, so that's my dilemma. Not sure what I'm going to do. It is electronic, Mike, yes. Apparently, it will fire. I don't know. I don't know a lot about it. I've only had it 3 or 4 days, but it does take a battery. I put a brand new battery in it, that 4LR44. It's the same as stacking 4 LR44 batteries together, the button cells. I put a fresh one in it. It's doing exactly the same thing. Apparently, if there's no battery, it will still fire at 1/500th of a second shutter speed. But I don't know. I don't know what. Maybe let me put it on 500th of a second and see if it opens. Yeah, it's still locked up, but you twist this a little bit, it like moves the contacts or something, and it fires. So I don't know. It's definitely not doing what I wanted. The Filmwave works on some still cameras. I don't know about those. Yeah, it's Pentax 645. The mirror flap is excessive. Mike, what do you mean by that? The mirror flap. The actual mirror, you mean how hard it hits? This does have a mirror lockup. I can lock it up. I think. Like I say, I really have not done a lot with this. A quick search leads me to think it's electronic in nature, something like that. Something cleaning contacts wouldn't fix, but still electrical. Yeah, I cannot get it to work. Yeah, it's definitely beyond my pay grade. It's not something. Oh, on yours, Mike. I got you. You were quick. I think it's the leaf shutter. There's definitely. I mean, no, you could be right. I don't know. There's no oil on them. I know they're not. They're not oily. On the shutter, and the shutter. I mean, the leaves seem to. They seem to move pretty freely. When you can move the you guys, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Yeah, you guys, I'm sorry, you can't see that. I don't have another light over here. Here, let me see. Let me bring in my side light and see if that helps. And there's absolutely nothing on those blades at all. I don't know. Like I say, I don't want to make it worse by messing with it too much. I thought maybe if it is the lens, I mean, I could get another lens and try, but if this is electronic, I'm eating a roll of Kodachrome. This is a mechanical issue. Yeah, I mean, hey, Dethroner's here. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you, buddy? Analog Photo Shutter Lab. How are you? See if it fires okay with the viewfinder prism removed. I think I tried that already. And I believe that I tried that for that, probably the same reason that you're thinking. Nope. Yeah, it did the same thing. And I have really experimented with different shutter speeds. Now watch. You hear it? Prism finder, I believe. Yeah, it is, Dethroner. Don't know. I wish I had better answers. But like I say, it was probably too expensive to just let it go. Stas is here. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. It was too expensive to just let it go. I guess so, and I don't want to cause any damage to it by disassembling or whatnot. I think my chats are out of sync with the video. No, I think I'm out of sync with the video, Travis. It's very frustrating, Mike. You're right. It's so out of it. Just yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I told my wife that I want to talk about it for a minute on the stream, and if I don't, you know, if I don't feel good about, you know, messing with it after the fact, then I'm probably going to just send it back. Fixer and mayo. Take it to a camera shop. Don't be a baby. I just feel that when you buy something on eBay and the seller, not saying they're a bad seller, they say it's fully working, they have a good return policy. Hopefully they'll send me a label, because if it's not functional, I shouldn't have to pay to ship it back. But if they say it's fully functional and you pay full price, it should be fully functional as far as I'm concerned, and I shouldn't have to come out of pocket to make it so. Mirror retract problem does not finish until you move the lens. Yeah, so what, I mean, I don't know what that could be though, Eric. Mirror retract problem. So you're saying a mirror is not coming back down. I know with these cameras, when you take the picture, everything closes up until you crank it again to open up your finder. I know that doesn't really have anything to do with the mirror, but you could try seafoam. Just pour it right into the valve cover and get it up to full operating temp. Seafoam? Wait, isn't that for cars? Impossible to find a camera shop anywhere near me. Yeah, there's not much here either. Entity, how are you? Take it to a camera shop. God, I wish I could find one that doesn't cost $2,000 just to fix something. I know. When you buy an older camera on eBay, it's a roll of the dice. Always. Yeah, I agree, Jim. I agree. Return it. Don't go through the hassle. Send it back. Gorilla, I'm with you. Jeffrey says, I'm debating getting a DSLR fix or getting a replacement. The pain of not knowing if it's fixed. I know. The camera is in such good condition cosmetically. That's what gets me thinking. I don't know. Sprocket says, well, think about it. The contact is probably not closing. If you move the lens, it does. So it's probably a bent metal piece somewhere. Yeah, maybe as I'm twisting the lens a little, they don't look bent from what I can see, but it might be inside that it could be bent a little. You might be right about that. Sorry, Mike, I'm much more of an auto mechanic than a camera. Still have to post the Umignotica test. I just thought, get that up, Travis. I've gotten fairly lucky with it. So, well, I usually get pretty lucky. I was very comfortable with getting this. I think what they probably did was wind it a couple times, fire it a couple times. They could hear it. It sounds like it's taking the picture. But if you look at the front, the aperture is not opening. Yeah, I want to see the footage, Travis. Borrow a lens. You know what? There is a camera shop, I believe they're still there, at my big flea market, the Daytona Flea Market. And he has millions of cameras out there. I'm wondering if I could just run out there and ask him if I could just pop a lens on there and see if it's the lens. Been wanting to ask, do you have any cool film projectors? You know, Gorilla, I don't know if they're cool, but I have the Shinon 2500, and then the projector I use primarily is my Elmo ST180. I like that projector a lot. A lot. I've had tons of projectors over the years, but I really like that Elmo. That's a very good idea, Steven. I can't find the right soundtrack. Those YouTube generic soundtracks are really hit or miss. No, they are very hit and miss. Yeah. I've spent hours going through them sometimes for one video. Tested no problems whatsoever. Perfect shooting. Except lens has fungus. No no impact on the picture. Lightroom, you're exactly right. X plus 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 plus. I work in Mac troubleshooting. The best way to find the reason for an issue is to isolate it. So a second lens would be great. Yeah, if I could get a second lens just to test really quick, I would do it. But I just have so much trouble buying a lens just to test something, and then I'm stuck with a lens even if it doesn't work. But you're exactly right. Can you show the camera that's not firing the shutter? Yeah, it's this one, Entity. This one. It's the Bronica, ERTSI. It has this, I can take this handle off. Yeah. I also don't have the winder. I need to get a winder knob if I end up keeping it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful camera, but it just won't. It won't fire. I mean, it sounds like it, but it doesn't. The aperture doesn't open. Oh, it's got the. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. You see inside there, it just closed. Now, if I wiggle the lens barely, see the aperture, bloop, the blades open up for the half a second that it's set on shutter speed. Is that half a second? Where is it? Yeah, 1 second. So I think Sprocket's onto something. I mean, it's definitely, there's a contact, it seems like a contact issue. Hey, Manny's here. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Great Veronica device. I would like one too. Yeah, I just make sure it works. This one, everything seems fine except for that release. Yeah. I don't know. I'm tempted. Part of me is tempted to get a lens, but the other part of me doesn't really want to waste the money. I obviously would get a lens from a reputable dealer. How about a hammer? Did you try a hammer? Does everything work without the lens? It does. It does. The camera has to be cocked to get the lens off. Yeah, I mean, it fires fine. The mirror stays locked up until you wind it. Angus says, Mike, I think that you need to flip the must wiggle lens setting switch on the camera. Must wiggle. Oh, I love you guys. I just don't get it. It's funny because occasionally it'll work, and so far, not once has it actually worked. I wonder if the lens has those ribbon cables. It does have ribbon cables in it. You can see them in there. Yeah, you can see them. I'm just thinking if one of them snapped, though, it wouldn't work at all. Unless it's making some weird contact. Sheesh. I don't know. But we have to roll here because, man, 45 minutes already? Beautiful shutter sound, it does. Wait, Jeffrey Feingold says, for normal 8 projection, I use a couple of Italian SEMA machines from 1950s that look like espresso machines or Lambretta scooters. One is red, the other beige. That sounds cool. Seeing people saying it's a problem with the lens and the connection. I am seeing, yeah, I have cleaned and cleaned and cleaned, so I don't know. I did. Entity. Oh. Yeah, but I can't get to the ribbon cables. I'm not at the stage yet where I'm going to take the lens apart. So if I were to get another lens, and I tried another lens, and that lens worked perfectly, I would feel way more comfortable taking that lens apart, because I would know that the problem lies with the lens. Barry, I did not, and I'll tell you why. I had it out there. I was ready to go, and then I made a decision that that film is going to be too fast for the moon. I don't want to shoot the moon with 400 ISO film. I think that's way too fast, because I want to really stop that lens to around f11, and it was just going to, I think it was just going to blow out. So I didn't. It is loaded right now in my K3 Super 16. So now I'm back at the stage where I'm trying to figure out in the next week what I'm going to shoot with it so I can get it out. I had an SLR with a similar problem. It needed to have a spring replaced. Yeah. Try a lens first. I might do that. I might look around, see if there's any camera stores. I should use a flash. For a pen in these lenses, I have a Mamiya RB67, but I haven't tested it yet because I have not shot with a light meter yet, so it's the first time fear. There is pins in those lenses, yes. Contacts for it should be on the connection point, and are you sure the lens is seated fully as it's possible? The shutter isn't able to cycle properly due to... It's definitely clicked in, and there's not hardly any play at all. In fact, I got to force it to kind of turn it a little bit, but it's a little wiggle, like if you're putting it on or taking it off, you know, like barely. Try a hammer. Oh, Gorilla. By the way, I plan on developing the rolls nitrate film in Morse tank and then sending it rolls to the Swedish filmings. Nice. I want to see how they turn out, Bonnie. Sunny 16 rule works with the moon. It's like bright sunlight. What do they do, like the Looney 11 or something for the moon? We have some fun things. Look. Oh, I want to show you guys this. So occasionally I'll get some films, right? I'll buy some films that are found films but already processed. You know, you see them all the time. There's thousands of them all over eBay. If I see some that look like they might be kind of fun, I might grab them. Right? A little lot of old family films from the 70s or 60s or 80s or whatever. Because that's fun. We show it, right? So I got a lot. There's more than this, but this is part of it. And I'm going to show you this film here in a few minutes. I'm covering up the name. I don't even know why. It's not really that big a deal. It says Disney. Disney World, 1972, film number 1. Disney World, 1972, film number 2. And Disney World film number 3, 1972. I like things Disney from the 70s because that's when I first started going to Disney. That's back when you needed a ticket for every ride. Now you just pay to get in, and those tickets were cool. They were like color-coded, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, you know, the fun. I just have a lot of good memories from Disney in the 70s. So this was 3 of there was like 40 films in there. This is, I got to tell you, this is the first time it's ever happened to me in many years that I've been playing with this. These 4 rolls were in there. Postmarked July 14th, 1971, July 24th, 1971, July 23rd, 1971, and July 22nd, 1971. That's when the stickers were put on to send back from Kodak. Right? So of the 40-something rolls or 35, 40 rolls that were in that box of film, these 4, you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Still sealed. $1971. Never been opened by the original owner. So I always say found film is film that I process that no one in the world has ever seen before. Well, this is already processed film, Kodachrome, that no one has ever seen before. They couldn't have seen it because it's completely factory sealed still from Kodak after they processed it. So for whatever reason, this family got these films in the mail and never opened them to watch them. They never opened them. I mean, that's almost weirder than shooting a roll of film and never getting it processed. Have you guys ever heard of that happening? Seriously, how does that happen? Maybe they just had so many. Maybe, I mean, I did look these people up. He passed away in 21, I believe. And she passed away in 2023. So, yeah, he never makes good. That's Uncle Fred's. Never opened. I wanted to set up a projector in here somewhere and we'll open it together and just, I mean, I would have to keep my cringers floss that it wasn't something crazy from Uncle Fred, but it would have been kind of fun to open them live and project it somehow and watch the iPhone vids of the 70s. Premiere on here. That's not a bad idea, radios. Mike, the Retro WDW podcast may be interested in stuff like that. Retro WDW. I always make these notes, but I got to remind myself to look it up. So, we are going to watch one of these films right now. Thank you, Jeffrey. I know, Mike, isn't that weird? Never, I mean, there's factory sealed from Kodak still. Whatever. I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but how does that happen? I didn't know that, Jeffrey. I'll have to get in touch with them. Limelight says, yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, the projector. Limelight says, maybe for projecting, find a projector with a built-in screen. I used to have those. Slide it out of the side. Yeah, that would be a good idea. The Uncle Fred reel's already named. Oh, if they got the film and put it up. That could be, I mean, I guess there's pretty much any scenario, right? Disney from 70s to the 90s. Yes. I don't think I've ever seen a projector for 120 film. I don't think I have either. They are in Florida too. Yeah, but they're not. They're from Huntington, Indiana, this family. Oh, you did? Awesome, Jeffrey. I didn't know that. I'll have to listen. Can you send me a link? Can you email me a link, Jeffrey? I want to hear the one you did, but I might get a hold of them anyway. Also worth keeping one sealed for as long as you can stand to. Mystery time capsule. Yeah, that would be cool. Really freaking cool. You guys know I've been putting out a lot of found film videos lately just because I want to get through them. But that's a good idea. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's not a bad idea, Mike. But here we go. I'm going to show week after week. I'm going to get through these Disney ones. So today we're going to watch Disney #1. You guys ready to check this Disney #1 out? Now that we're 54 minutes into our stream and we still got to get to some Tri-X. That's all right. We're going to go a little late today. If you got to leave, I totally get it. It's okay. I still want you here. But this is from Mr. Brewer. Disney World, 1972. Shot pretty well. Kodachrome. Did the best I could scanning. I didn't really stabilize it. Kind of bounces a little bit. Right, radios, none. All right, here we go. I know I'm going. Let me get this queued up. Stop it. Somebody want to get the lights? Disney World, Florida, 1972. Sprocket. That Kodachrome just so beautiful. Need a backlight button. It's a small world. Hey, Mark. Love that ride. That's right, Gorilla. Don't take it. Yeah, me too, Jim. I know, entity. You know, can't afford to go there anymore. Mike. Yeah, Disney World. I can't remember when they opened. I want to say in the 50s, but I could be wrong. There it is. Small World. I heard they got rid of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which kind of would stink because that's one of the best rides that park ever had. Of course, Stas. Thank you. Oh, 1971. Okay, Jeffrey. Well, I don't know why I was thinking. Maybe it's because he I was thinking he was getting started much earlier in life. I don't know. This is Disney World, Angus, in Florida. Thank you, Barry. I stand corrected. Oh, Disneyland is 1955. Okay, maybe that's where I was getting confused. Yeah, Mark. It's funny because we'd go from Florida to Ohio to Kings Island. Yeah, it would have been brand new. You're right. I was only 3 years old. Wait, 72. 2 years, 4 years old. Whew. Haunted. The Haunted Mansion. Yes. Yeah, I should probably put a watermark on this. I'm sure this footage will get. It's going to get snatched. I think that's about. Disney. Disney World, 1972. You're right, brand new. Okay, so I got confused. It was Disneyland that opened in the 50s. I knew something had to do with the 50s. I don't know, but yeah, good color on that film. That was awesome. Your parents were kids. Worldland, both changed too much to even go there. It's sad because it looks so fun until you grow up and see the bill later. Building the train station. Yeah, it's expensive to go now. It's not Fred quality, but it was darn good. Haven't been to Disney since before the Star Wars acquisition. Need to go there. Yeah, we've only taken. We have Piper, as you know, and my oldest daughter went with us. My dad and stepmom took me, my wife, and my oldest daughter to Disney when my oldest was only like 5, and she didn't even like it really. It was crazy because she just didn't enjoy it. Piper, I think, would enjoy it, and we haven't taken her yet, but we just haven't done it. I mean, we live in Florida, so you know. I've been quite a few times. I used to be a season pass holder, so we could go. We just run over there and go for a while and come back, and you know. Haven't been to Disney since before the Star Wars, so we got to that Lyle. Yes, need to get there. Hey, there's Manny. So cool. I've always wanted to go to Disney. Disneyland. I think Walt Disney himself had to run around in a golf cart putting toilet paper in the bathrooms. Mike, I will send you a link via email to the guys' podcast. They are passionate about historical Disney films like that. Yeah, please do. You gotta be a grown man to endure it today, I know. Went to Disneyland in 1971 when I was 8. Went to Disney World in 74 when I was 11. Universal's great. Kodachrome color won't go bad unless you keep it in the worst conditions because it was developed like Technicolor film where each color layer was developed one at a time. Yes. I grew up in Austria and now live in Ireland. The Disney parks were always an unreachable legacy to us. Still haven't been there. Yeah, but I'd love to go there, where you're at. That's kind of unreachable. Jeffrey went to Disney in 77, 80, 84, 86, 88, and 2000. 1975, not 77. I was probably there around 70. Well, no, I didn't move to Florida until 1976. So it would have been in the mid to late 70s. I've never been. Get over there, Steven. All right, we're going to get to these Tri-X's. I want to show you radios. So Old Radios was sent a roll of 620 film. His film expired in 1969. 1969 means it was manufactured probably in 67. So here's what I have put messages out on Zoo and stuff like that. Disney suggests people submit old home movies. Jack, the Disney World, they want people to submit old home movies. Is that what you're saying? 2004 and 2010. Dang, Jeffrey, you're a Disney man. It could have. Yeah, Jeffrey, you might be right. Much coffee. Need photos. I'm going Limelight. All right, here we go. This is Old Radios. Old Radios. Let's get him queued up. Let's get radios. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. I forgot when. I'm doing things a little different now, but you saw his first photo. Can we stop that? Yeah, let's stop that. All right, let's queue up Old Radios. Tri-X, 1960s radios. Here is your film. Random order, by the way. Here we go. That's a good shot right there. Not sure what all the waviness is in the sky there. I think that has something to do with the light coming through or something. 8 photos. So yeah, so that was radio. So he used a Kodak Tourist. It's a very old camera. And the camera, I think, did have some issues. Radios, try your Hawkeye and see what that does. I'd love to see what that does for you as well. You know, it's only 8 pictures. I want to see them again. Hold on, let's look at these again. It does have a spooky look. I like the graffiti in the sky. Now do you guys see what I mean about every batch of photos is going to be different. And if they were going to all be the same, I don't want to do it. Right? If they're going to all be the same, I don't want to do it. Oh, that's probably it, Mark. Little pinhole leaks. That's exactly right. I say really good job, Radios. I do. I think for what you had to work with, I'd be totally satisfied with that. And we get a sneak peek into your city, right? A little sneak peek. Where is that anyway? I'm trying to remember. Nebraska, right? Is that Nebraska? I processed those, Mike, and scanned. So black dots are so cool. Tourists are notorious. Those look dreamlike. I know, right, Manny? I went to the crosswinds. It was very close by. Good exposure, a little camera shake, and oddness from the edge of the film. Yeah, but you know what? Overall, they would make really great sort of backdrops, like eerie backdrops. I'm digging them. I really am digging them. Yeah, entity looks like a light leak. Might need to break out the gaffer's tape or some vinyl wrap. I like the spots and the squiggles. This is what I love about film. That's right, Lyle. Really interesting. They have the surreal look about them. They work well. Radiation? Possibly. I mean, the film is really old. And speaking of really old, I was talking to, someone about that. Who was I talking to? About the film curl. Was that Mike Rook, I believe? Mike Rook? I should have mentioned that ahead of time. This film has been spooled for 50 years or more, right? 40, 50, 60 years. It's going to be really tightly wound because these things are really tightly wound from the factory anyway. So when we open this film and we load this, or when we even moreover, when we process it, it's going to fight us on every level. Really, really curled. So what I do, if you have time, check this out. I take, we all have plenty of these, the little black canister that 35 millimeter film comes in. And I take my film and I do it with gloves, obviously, before I process it, because getting it on the spool is really difficult. I wind it against itself, right? You wind it against itself with gloves on, because I don't want fingerprint. I don't really care about this roll. Wind it against itself, hop it in there, and what I do is I put another one, I take another one, 2 little pieces of gaffer's tape over the top. It's relatively light-proof right here, and I let it sit, but I also put it in 2 black bags. I double black bag it. Boom. Fold it in. Boom. Zip it up, and I leave it for 1 to 2 days. And then when you unspool it and load it, either in your camera, which you can't do that because you can't cut the film and all that. So when you're processing, can't load it in your camera like this. When you're processing, it goes on so much easier. When you back wind it for a day or two, you're going to thank me, I promise you. Some black white notice for static electricity. That I don't know, Jim. Didn't look like the chemical, looked like a light effect. No, that was not the chemicals. That was all brand new. I now do one shot. I don't even reuse black and white chemicals. I used to, but everything's brand new when I do film now. Didn't look like a chemical. But wouldn't that look like strikes? Yeah, something was, I don't know what that was. A lightning bug? Hey, there's Jim from Greece. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I like the t-shirt, but don't forget slides. Oh, positive, yeah. Don't be negative. Be positive. And then show the positive one. There's a wrap it twice joke. Sorry, Michael, we need to get to shelter. There are missiles flying. What? Oh, Lord. Be safe, Stas. Please be safe. Go get some shelter. Come on. Whew. Let's end this already. We're going to show another film. Entity. It's a shame that when film goes missing, it's a real shame. Mine also went missing. Thieves stole my film and photo equipment and threw the rest. Ah. Could have. Yeah, Gorilla. You mean it could have? Typically, film that old really isn't affected by the scanners, but it could be. You know, so many things affect film over the years. The Earth's natural radiation affects film. Heat, cold. I mean, there's so many things that affect film. Humidity, dampness, dryness. Sprocket, no, he shot that 620 film with a Kodak Tourist. It would be great in a gallery. Absolutely. One big compiled project with all of our Tri-X Super 8 film and all of our Tri-X medium format film. Graffiti in the Sky. You just named a new psychedelic prog rock song. Woo! Taking photos of my Samsung 125 with Pano images. Taz, I know the feeling. When I was in high school, a guy broke into our house and stole an old 35mm picture camera. I believe it was a Krasnogorsk. Cool, I spelled that right. You spelled it close. Agreed. Ukraine needs to prevail. Just be done. Oh man, I'm over that. Can't we all just be kind to one another? All right, I'm not going to get political, but I don't like war. But anyway, who does? Expired film, probably from the 2000s. Did the Dots do that song Graffiti in the Sky? Be strong. U.S. public supports you. Yes, absolutely. We are on to the next film. Let's get it going because this is going to be the longest live stream ever. Guess what? We have our good buddy Angus. Angus McNaughton. Angus was sent a roll of 120 film, just like this. Just like this. Angus used a Ryko, hope I'm saying that right, Ryko Diacord G with some photographs in random order from Maryland, United States. Are you ready to see Angus McNaughton, what he came up with? Well, let's figure out how we do this. I know I may accidentally show a photo, hopefully not. All right, here's Angus's. I can't remember how many photos there are. I think 12. So here we go. Oh, it always starts on the last picture for some reason. Here we go. A little less spooky, yeah. That's a pretty photo right there. There's his selfie. I love that shot. That was a little glimpse into the life and times of Mr. Angus McNaughton. Well done, my friend. Well done. Craig Booth is here. Yeah, I really miss traffic posts at the Speedway, especially until, midnight because the race was postponed or the big one happened and it's raining. Yes, Craig Booth and Craig used to send me up in a helicopter with a digital camera and take pictures over the Speedway. You remember that, Craig? Oh man, that was the good old days. Hey, there's Ben. How are you, buddy? Sorry I'm late. Great to see the stream still on. Yeah, we went a little bit long today. We are almost wrapped it up. Change the order of my photos once I send them because they're all over the place. That's all right. Most of the time I'm going to randomize them unless you guys specifically ask for something different. Yeah, really well done. Great job by Angus. And he used the Ryko Diacord G. Very, very good photos out of that. Disc golf. Are you a disc golfer, Mike? 120 at its best. And guys, that's 40-year-old film. 40-year-old film. Film looks brand new. Amazing quality. Yeah, I mean, he did a really good job. Creamy. Nice sharp images. Love the cabin and the old brick house. Wait, was that The Rock, as in Slippery Rock University in Pennsylvania? I think he was in Maryland, but I'm not guaranteeing you that's not what it was, though, Matthew. The door shot is epic. Love the zebra house. Or maybe I'm losing my mind. Well, at first I'm like, is that The Rock? The Rockingham, North Carolina? When I hear The Rock, I think of either the big guy, the big actor, Dwayne Johnson, or The Rock from NASCAR, the Rockingham Speedway. 42nd local park in Elkridge, Maryland. Yeah, I do apologize. He actually gave me a breakdown of what each photo was, but I don't have all of that in front of me. Angle view was 3D. Looked great. I am really happy. Wait, I just missed something. Oh, I am really happy with the camera first roll. Yeah, I am too. Woo. Welcome to the Rock. Or I think of the movie too. Welcome to the Rock. The Alcatraz, the one with Sean Connery. The Rock. Gotta go, people. Jeffrey Feingold, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being a member, and just thank you for all your support. I really appreciate you. Is that a TLR? It is a TLR. Yes. But Angus just told you that. I own Second Shot Disc Golf. One or more of my tracks photos were of the disc areas. Well, that's good to know. There's a disc golf place here locally in Daytona. Ben, I shot some spoopy pics. Old radios. Hey, you know what? Since Ben's here, because we don't get to see Ben that often, Ben, I will show you again radio spooky pics on his 620 film. Let's take a quick peek one more time at, since Ben didn't get to see, he got to see Angus's, but we'll do this for Ben. This is radio's shots. Spooky. That was the spooky film. I know you could have rewound the film later or the video later and checked them out, but you know, we don't get Ben every week. Let's say let's give him some credit. My wife coming in here, giving me the dirty look. Not because it's time to be done, but just because that's what she does.
I wasn't even. It's just my face.
I wanted to open this really quick. Guys, if you have to leave, I totally understand. But I want to open this. This is a new microphone. Ooh, be careful with that knife. Don't cut yourself with your knife. Ugh, boy, they really put it in there, don't they? Thanks for the instant replay, Mike. Just filmed my straight 8 film yesterday and immediately got ill. Oh, no. Get better, buddy. And you're welcome. I can't. Are you going to show your straight 8 film on your stream or on your channel or anything? When you can. I know you can't right now, but it would be fun to see what you came up with. Mostly use a projecting film. Yeah, I got no problem with this brand, Neewer. They've been good to me. This is the CM28. You see it at the bottom there? Let me get my pencil. Woo! Where is it? Right there. Yes, the CM28. I don't know. I just got them today in the mail. So before we end the stream, let's take a quick peek at them. Yeah? Staying as long as possible so I don't have to go saw up limbs. It just, oh no. I'm amazed I even got images. I got light leaks. I will check for. I have lots of Neewer filters, adapters, and accessories. You should edit this part of the live as a video and upload it. I could, yeah. You know who's good at that? Dave Knopp. He's done that for me a few times. So here we have it. What do we got? Oh. Ta-da! We'll do a very quick unboxing. I'm not going to, like, big thick manual that no one will read. Some silica gel. You eat it. No, don't. They're poisonous. Do not eat the silica gel. And then there's the, ooh, it's got some good heft to it. We got a bag here. You guys know I'll leave a link to this in the description, right? Because I'm an affiliate with Amazon. Look at that. It's actually a really nice bag. Wow. What do we got in here? Some more do not eat silica gel. Throw away. Oh, what do they call that? The dead cats? We got 2 little furries. Little mini, because we have 2 mics, so we get 2 furries. It's on sale on Amazon right now, 89 bucks. I don't know if it is by the time you're watching this, but we have a USB-A to USB-C in black with a right angle, USB-C right angle. And then we have a white one, USB-C to USB-A. And then we have for the camera, because it's a 3.5 to 3.5. And then we have this. Let's do this quick. Let's get into this really quick. Whoa! I feel like I'm opening AirPods or something. Look at this. A little charging case, looks like. Has it got the plug? Where's the plug? Oh, right on the back. There's the USB-C plug right on the back. See it there? I feel like there should be a glow. And there they are, just comfortably seated, blinking. So there's the two microphones right here. One, oh, and there's the adapters that sit right behind them. USB-C, I don't know how to use most of this, but they're little right angle ones right there. Look at this little clip-on microphone. Got a little magnet. Does that come right off? So you could, wow, here. Ta-da! Wow, that's a lot easier than doing all under and taping and everything. Stop. I like that. Little magnet. Got little buttons. Power. And it charges right here in this little case. And it's fully charged. Look at that. They just charge. I know, I'm like a little kid, but there's the receiver. This would just mount on your camera or your phone. You can use these with your phone. Look at that. They're both actually connected right now. Hello. 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 I'm in stereo. There's one side. Watch. Other side. Oh, that's pretty wicked. The magnets for robots. Okay, so I think I'm going to like this for 89 bucks. They're regularly only 130, so they're really not very expensive. And here's the case. It's got a little weight to it. It's kind of robust. See there? Plug the case in. You charge the case, obviously, like AirPods. You charge the case. And then you can charge your mics. I don't know how long they'll run. We'll figure all that out later, but I just kind of wanted to open it up. Going all yeah, I don't know if anybody's influenced by me, Jeffrey. Yo, your boy Filmboy24. What's up, YouTube?
No.
Check it. What's that?
No.
Oh, my wife just goes, no. She knows me too well. My iPhone makes connecting these things more difficult than next. Oh boy, don't forget about Surfshark, Honey, Skillshare, or G Fuel. I thought about doing a Skillshare just for processing film. That magnet restraining bolt for robots. Could you hook up, Ben says, could you hook one up to a sound Super 8 camera? Ooh! Oh, Ben, you had to mention it, didn't you? Now I have to try it. I'm going to shoot a video right here, sitting with this Neewer and a roll of Super 8. Let's do it. We're going to try it. Keep your eye open towards two cameras. We're sold by the million. Should be cheap. Find better one for spare parts. Good cameras, though. Things got so small. Maybe mice are the secret leaders of the world. That's a really good question, Ben. I gotta try it with Super 8 now. Damn, we are almost an hour and a half into the stream. DJ Filmboy in the hand. Rave reviews, I hear. Oh boy, we're just getting goofy now. It's your boy Filmboy24 back at it again. Nobody, and I mean nobody, should be influenced by me. After your video on Minolta and Bell & Howell Super 8 cameras, their prices jumped way up. Yeah, I don't know if they jumped way up, Jim, but thank you. Yeah, boy. Shinnon made a wireless mic for their Super 8 cameras. I feel like I've seen those, Jim, but that would be cool to have. Radios, you sound like my kids, brah. My 9-year-old now calls me bro. ever try to record audio on tape for a film? It's badass combo. I have done that many times, Dethroner. I have done that. Oh, on tape. No, I've done it on digital. I do have a recorder. You guys remember this? You guys remember this? I showed it. And I want to use it. Do you remember this? Check this out. I know that it's probably just a sticker. It's a Sony. You remember this? It's reel to reel. Kind of like a Nagra, only the po' boy version of a Nagra. I got this on eBay a while back. It works fine. Look at this. Just a Sony reel to reel. But that would be, it's heavy too. And there's tape in it right now, but that would be fun to try. Better to be influenced by film than by pride. Yeah, no kidding. No pants. Oh, did I forget to put my pants on? Toshiba Guts. Evil Dead version. What a great movie that was. Reel to reel is the true leader of sound. It sounds fantastic. I have the reel to reel recorder they used in the original Evil Dead. So cool. Not the one, right? You have the same model. If you have the actual one, then I bow to you. Those are cool Sony recorders. That is the model S8S made for their full coat recorders. I have the Mag 4 full coat, and it will sync to anything. Yeah, I can't wait to mess with it. It's just kind of been sitting. Okay, Gorilla, I gotcha. Play with that Sony. I know. I need to get some tapes. Anybody have any blank little 1/4-inch tapes? They want to send me one? I have this one, but I want a new one. Just because if I'm going to do it, I want to actually use a new one. How does this, you know? That 1/4-inch. Oh, that's got full coat. That's got the sprocket tape in it. I didn't even see that. This has got that, what is it, mag stock? Can you guys see the tape? It's got sprocket holes in it. No, you can't. That's pretty wicked. I don't know if I've ever used that tape before. You there? It's got the sprocket holes in it. Oh, that's pretty cool. In fact, you know, the crazy thing is, there might be stuff on this. I don't think I've ever even played this tape. Oh, settle down, settle down. You could erase it and sync it up. Yeah, I could. Take 7-inch reels. I have a few. Caution, to prevent electric shock, do not open. Electric shock, electric schmock. Is there anything on the full coat? You know, Super Cine, I don't know. I don't know, but now, oh, damn it, now I gotta find out. I don't know. Like that was modified by Super 8 Sound. Yes, I think you told me that at one point. Hi-Fi Sound Studios had the prototype recordings in magnetic reel-to-reel after going to vinyl. I want a your report model. Yeah, you're at radios. You're into this kind of stuff, I think, too, right? Okay, Evil Dead time. I know. I love that movie. I like that, Manny. I could sync it up. Yeah. Sprocket says, you know what I always wanted to know? When you watch an old movie in the cinema, the commercial had this insane background hiss. What was that recorded with? You know, that is a very good question. Sadly, I can really no longer hear hiss. I miss my Nagra too, Mike. $25, wow. I have a nice R2 reel-to-reel, but it needs some work. Probably needs new caps and some CLA. Put any standard 1/4-inch tape into a projector, and it's magically turned into mag stripe tape. I wonder, could I just use I could just use 1/4" tape in this, right? This in the theater is usually bad optical sound recording. Hiss from VHS, maybe, yeah. Do not get rid of that recorder. No, I'm keeping this one. They would run a 16mm projector for the ads back in the day, or even earlier with slide projectors. Would love a Craig 408, the Mission Impossible tape recorder, yep. That's what I thought, Jim. I thought you could. Jim said you should get rid of Anyone else have a problem collecting VHS tapes? I did for a long time, Lyle. And then I finally got to the point where I just don't do it anymore because they just started getting... They just don't last forever. I have a few that I really like some horror films and whatnot. I do have some original Friday the 13th, the first one still sealed. And a couple of the other ones still sealed. Factory sealed. I love magnetic tapes. I'm terrified when they pink look at themselves, because in the audio strip could rip, tear, and stretch, causing bad audio interference. So beautiful. Yeah, I know. You have ulterior motives, don't you, Sprocket? Guys, I think we're going to have to wrap it up. I hate it, but I mean, wow, we're over an hour and a half. I think this might be a record, is it not, Bonnie, if you're still here? So we're going to give these a shot. See what happens. Ben had a good suggestion. Let's see if it works with Super 8 film camera. That's what we're going to do too. I'm going to try it for my normal video, see if that works. I am not going to eat these silica gel packs. And we are going to get rolling and see you guys next Sunday, hopefully. Now, I will be gone for 2 weeks. That's coming up in March. But I will remind everyone, you'll have to find alternatives. Ben, fill in the blanks, will you? Get that stream going again. I think the longest was 1 hour and 40. Okay, well, we'll get to that. Maybe for the 100th stream, you guys clear your calendars. And let's have fun for a couple hours. No, thank you. Thank you, Angus. Thank you, everybody. Everybody that's here. If you tune in, you're my buddy. Male or female, you're still my buddy. If you tune in, then we're like besties. I won't do these streams unless you guys are here. You know that. Thank you to all my members. I greatly appreciate you. You make this journey possible, I promise you. I promise you. Yeah, great job to Radios and to Angus. Excellent job to both of you. Thank you for participating. Great stream, Mike. Thanks for putting on. Thank you, Ben, for being here, buddy. But, of course, thank you, Jack, for being here. Mike, Jim, all the Jims, all the Mike. I could pretty much cover everybody. The Jims and the Mikes and the Jeffreys. And the Radios and the Sprockets, and the Anguses, and the Fine Golds. I can't go over names because I'll miss them and then I'll feel bad. So thank you, everybody. Next week, Eric Matheson and Steven from New World Film. We will have their Tri-X up to bat. Thank you, Lyle. And until next time, guys, I love all of you. You know that. I'll see you next Sunday. With a smile. Peace out, everybody. Love you.